Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago, he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe.
And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eze, and it's Ødegaard. He is through here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Eze's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Foden. Fernandes does well to get it back. Now it's Foden. He's shifting through the gears here. Now the delivery. Vicario deals with that nice and simple. Rodri.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And a chance! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish of true class. The breakthrough strike. An act of charity gratefully received.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And that's definitely not his best. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That has ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball, somewhat off target. And here's Ødegaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Wriggles his way through. It's played through for him. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to...
Can he finish? Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? Eze! And he nearly went all the way.
Eze just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
The pass has gone astray. And that is as far as they're going to go. Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that's fabulous. Shapes to shoot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And the shot! Foden, great vision. And now that tries from distance. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Tries a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's being shifted off it. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy! Mighty close.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort. Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Played back in, and this is Van Nistelrooy. That has been knocked clear, and claimed it back swiftly. Foden. McAllister. Van Dijk did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's tried one! They've got to be quick to recover this. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bruno Fernandes. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's got away, and he shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Szoboszlai. Foden. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Has a look and plays it forward. And that's another good win of the ball. Good ball, good take. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Bruno Fernandes. And there's green grass ahead of him. Faced... Oh, shooting chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Vermaelen is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's in a great position here. Fernandes. Vermaelen. Fernandes. Tries to pass it through. And he's quick to get it clear again. Just eases him off the ball. Distributed tidily. Eze.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Fernandes. Back into the middle. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there.
Decent chance! Szoboszlai. Ekitike. That has not gone well. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's found a way through. Played in... Oh, what a climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Van Nistelrooy with the cross.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Van Nistelrooy. Ekitike. No way through there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, this could be a chance. No, not quite on the same wavelength. He's had a shot! Rodri. Ødegaard. Can he get it through? Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it into space. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Bruno Fernandes takes control of it and he's on the move. Now, can they get him away? Not the most accurate pass. Van Nistelrooy is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Pinches it off him. That's a lovely, neat pass. No way through. Ekitike. And he's straight offside. That has not gone well. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Well, that looks... He's having a shot!
Foden. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that's a key interception. Eze, Ekitike, and that's a simple one for the keeper. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has found a way through. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Bruno Fernandes tries making a foray down the right. He's picked his way through. Flashes it across. Here comes the corner.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 16.
So, third corner of the game.
Rodri, number 22, Soberslide, number
Arsenal
8,
have the chance to go the other way.
number 47, Hill
Somewhat off target.
number 4.
And for a moment you thought that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Number 23,
No, he's just misjudged that one.
number 6.
He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Jordan Henderson, number
Well read,
14,
nice interception.
Eucharist,
Can he get on the end of this?
Number 17, Alexander
Henderson. That is good alertness. Aims beyond the defence. Ambitious ball here.
There will be one
Vermaelen, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Keep the ball, and that will be it. They needed to win, and they have won. It is... So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, what more can we say, Peter, about Phil Foden? Described as so good and fundamental to...
Oh, he's been... on the finish! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well timed, excellent interception. Rodri. Applies the finish! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Bruno Fernandes really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes, who's short. And now they can spring out of defence. Well read, nice interception. Rodri. Oh, that's delightful. So just one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Goes down, but nothing given. Just about within shooting range. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He's having a go! Oh, how's that for a goal? About as smooth as it gets. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
I'm still trying to figure out how he managed to get that contact. That's a super volley.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter.
Big chance, must be! Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Maguire. Menu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Looking to play him in. Bruno Fernandes. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through.
That's going in strongly.
Foden. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He has kept it out. What great reactions. It's their second corner of the game. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Please turn your attention to the screen for information provided by the local police.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintain...
Oh, that's ambitious! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Plenty to aim at here. And he's there to belt it away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's a key interception. Forlan, lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, this is a great position. Mbappe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Smoothly does it. Oh, what a mistake! Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player.
And Beckham! And that is wildly off target.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
And smartly reclaimed. Mbappe receives it in a good position.
Motherfucker, I thought I said motherfucker, Benzona, motherfucker.
So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Tovan. He has found the way through. Cannavaro had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Mbappe. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball. He's gone for goal! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Fuck you, Benzona. Mata mo kayo miskin, Benzona.
Vinicius Junior looking to penetrate opposition lines. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And there's the shot! He scored! again in double quick time. He made it happen.
בן זונה, מחר משחקים, מה היה בן זונה? בן זונה אתה.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, super ball. And he's straight offside. Long ball looking to counter. Now there's a fine ball. Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision. It's full on!
בן זונה, בן זונה, עבודה שלך, בן זונה. שרמוטה, שרמוטה.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Number 14.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? There's such a...
Takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter.
motherfucker, מוכר משחקים, אמא שלך זונה. סוכה, סוכה פלט, סוכה. אמא שלך זונה, מה אתה לא משחק, אה? מה אתה עושה בכוונה? קוקסי להם מזדן בתחת.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And we have our very first corner. And the finish! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
It's become a case of men against boys. Oh no, this does not look good. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book. Now that was quite some save.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
This possibly the last play of the half. And it's been taken short. Showing good feet. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. So, what can they come up with here? So, he's plotting something before playing it in. He's put his foot right through that one.
McAllister has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
I don't think he knew too much about it, Peter. It comes off him awkwardly.
Fortuitous as it... And we've reached half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Israel would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
Charity fund, Chance in Football.
Substitution for Russia, number 22, Florian Thauvin. Coming on the field is
Here we go again
17, Kubo.
Israel really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they...
Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Could be danger here. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Benzona, si entra nella missa Benzona, suca, ben.
Substitution for Russia, number 5, Vinicius Junior.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Vinicius Junior taking his leave here, having... Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Dembele goes for finesse. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Forlan. Pedri knocks it out wide. Lovely feet. Now that is tidy, really. He's having a shot! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Look at them. And the shot! He can get that clear. Platini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, what a mistake! Forlan finds himself offside. Bullet. That's an imaginative pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Mateus. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's got away. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
McAllister taking charge of the dead ball. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Keeper always had the measure of that. Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. McAllister is behind this one. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. He's gone for goal. Corner number 4 coming up here. McAllister plays it short. Nice control. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Well, plenty of early set pieces here. Brilliant save from Buffon! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Beckham. And he's been shifted off it. Forlan. And that has left him in a heap. Mbappe shapes to shoot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Played back towards his own goal. Dembele, and that could well leave a mark. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Buffon will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. And that's a poor penalty.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Good play on the left-hand side here. And he's there to retrieve it. And he's decided to go for it. And he's steered it beyond the post.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's a sharp pass. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Israel appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what?
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. Mateus has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Oh, it's in! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
The goal scorer for Russia after 82 minutes is number 17.
Motherfucker. Palestine fight.
Israel are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Oh no, this does not look good. Platini. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last. Oh, he's been caught napping. He slid it. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Israel really could have done without this. To increase the lead. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Platini.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got
foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. Israel present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Buffon looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and
בן-זונה, אתה קורא למשחק בן-זונה, שרמוטה בן-זונה. אחר אתה משחק יא מניאק, יא כלב. תקבל את העונש שלך, למעלה.
Good work on the right flank here. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's picked his way through. Platini.
That's good play from him.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Rummenigge! Off the post! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has
What are your
found
thoughts on
themselves
today's
a little
game then,
lost
Jim?
today.
Well, there
Please
was a
look at the
distinct
screen for
lack of
information.
clarity.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Now it's Pelé. Oh, he's burst through. And Del Piero! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that really is so impressive.
Assegnato al quarto minuto, numero 7.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Can he get it through? Rummenigge is wide and looking to get onto this. Deco. Brilliantly cut out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tomiyasu wins the duel this time. Vinicius Junior spread it left. Rafinha, and he's managed to get free. He's played it long. Pelé. Out to the left it goes. Very nicely done. And it's Del Piero. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score has a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Tries a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Wan-Bissaka. And that pass just didn't quite work. And they can counter here. Pedri. Played through into space. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to play it through. Well, played right into his path. And he shoots! It's a loose ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. Wan-Bissaka. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Big chance! He can get that clear. And it's Deco. Gullit did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Mbappe. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Marquez. Oh, Pelé! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Pelé clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Del Piero with the short one. Pulls it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gets a good foot in there. Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Chance! Oh, what has happened here? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Marquez. Rummenigge. And it's Marquez. Now it's Pelé. Del Piero does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Rafinha. Nicely weighted ball. Rummenigge. Looking for the run, and the flag has stayed down. Rummenigge shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pedri concedes a free kick for that. Pedri is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Rafinha. Rummenigge, always looking for that half a chance. Marquez. And this is Pelé! It's Pelé! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Messi. Can he get on the end of this? He's picked his way through. And that's been won straight back. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Some first-half thoughts?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Out towards the flank. And it's Del Piero. Vinicius Junior. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. It's Pedri. Over to the left. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Gasharovski looking to play him in. Well, that looks a decent ball, and he's picked it up out wide, crossed into the middle. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shots! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical.
Takes a shot! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he can clear it away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well read, nice interception. And he's intervened well there. Threads one in, tries to pass it through. And this is Messi, played in. Keeper's dealt with that. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed... And there's the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pull it. And this is Messi. Lovely bit of skill. He's gone for goal!
This is a show of real intent to add another goal to their lead. No hesitation whatsoever.
Deco. Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. They get a throw in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22. Viene sostituito con il numero 19. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
That's a cute ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Simons. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, this looks sharp. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement. Cute ball now. Rummenigge is on his own. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Simons.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
A glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Wan-Bissaka has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Pulisic!
Ci saranno
Oh,
3
smart
minuti di
save, he
recupero.
had plenty to do.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
Caught offside that time. Saliba, dealt with nicely by the defence. Played into space. And it's Messi.
Oh, great feat, that.
Driving forward. Vinicius Junior goes for a shot! And that is the last effort of the game. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
And this is Messi. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Some good work on the right flank here. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
He's picked his way through.
That looks a good ball through.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Mbappe. Pedri.
Hazard. Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. In he goes again! Oh, it's hit the post! Pedri.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And this is Drogba. He's through here. Oh, that's a key interception. Rummenigge. He is through here. Chance, surely! Lamina. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That ball looks a good one. Now there's a shot at goal! Goal! Galatasaray! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Galatasaray have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as...
Gets his head on it! Sticks it away! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. And a chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Cafu. Lamina. Now it's Dani Olmo. Now it's Hazard. Stood up well to him there. Oh, that's fabulous. Hazard. Oh, smashing header. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Real chance! Really well taken goal. They're back within reach. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So, just a consolation. Decent chance! Pele. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Mbappe. Good running, strong and purposeful. It's played through for him. And he cuts out the supply. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Played through into space. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Drogba. It's a lovely neat pass. And he's intervened well there. Pedri. Over to the left. He's in space and looking for options. Pedri! And he was there to get it. And the referee brings the first half to a close.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
And it's Lamina. Looking to play him in. Mbappe. Pele has created one goal already. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Messi, he's got away. Dani Olmo could try cutting. Oh, shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Galatasaray really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Marquez goes back to front. Rummenigge. And it's Fernandez. It's a really well-measured ball. Hoisted in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And this is Del Piero, and he shoots! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Spread out to the left. And the return pass. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pele. Messi, given the lift of his goal. Now it's Dani Olmo. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Pele. Now Mbappe. Mbappe goes on a run down the left wing. Brilliantly cut out. Lamina. Marquinhos. And Serginho. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Lamina. Now, can they get him away? And this is Pele! Dani Olmo. Cafu. And it's Lamina. Now it's Drogba. Rummenigge. And this is Del Piero. And Del Piero! Pulls it back. And it's Fernandez. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Lamina. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's managed to get free. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Takes a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, should have put that away.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Pedri. Galatasaray looking to pass their way through. That looks a cracking ball. Great ball, tries a shot! It's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Deco! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And the pass is intercepted. Now this could be a chance. Van Bronckhorst. Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Foot in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Yamal. Van Bronckhorst. Now it's Pele. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Israel finding their passes. Lamina defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
De Bruyne. And there goes the final whistle. Israel suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Pele. And can he finish? Goal! Israel! And Israel score first. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So, a breakthrough already. And he goes cross-field. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Sneijder. Pinches it off him. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere. Goes for goal! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Good ball, good take. He's gone for goal! He's got away with one there.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Israel leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Spread it left. Now it's Pelé. Mbappe. Mbappe! And that certainly packed a punch. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Azar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's through! It's Azar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Schneider! Harmlessly behind. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Pelé. And there's the shot! Oh, a very decent attempt. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
He's in space and looking for options. He rises! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Cannavaro. Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short. And he shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Tries to pass it through. Howson. More and more pressure on the ball here. And Azar. Serginho in acres of space out wide. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And it's Azar. Aims beyond the defence. He's having a shot! And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking for the run. And the shot! Oh, taken with style. Besiktas back on level terms. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And that is takes a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. He's had a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Del Piero is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Alexander-Arnold. Ups for safety. Serginho might just make this. Hazard.
Gets a good foot in there. Del Piero looking to be a menace in the final third. Fernandez. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Rummenigge really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rice does well to get it back. Knocks it into space. And he's worked it through. Muscular approach does pay off here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's had it taken off him. Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Now, can they get him away?
Added time.
That has been cut short. Schneider. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rice. Schneider. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Olise. He's shifting through the gears here. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. Alexander-Arnold, out to the right. Now it's Olise. He's found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mbappe. Serginho. And he cuts out the supply. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, that's fabulous. No, there's no going past him this time. And it's Del Piero. Fernandez. Spread out to the left. Besiktas are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
That's a good ball out wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the shot! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Vardiol. Rice. Serginho. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Hazard, who's set up one goal so far, threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Can he get it through? Serginho's... Up he goes! And again!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mbappe goes short. Shot, surely! Goal! Israel! In
to the lead once more. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Israel take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Rice and Guardiol, and it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great vision, and he's picked out the run. He's got plenty of space out wide here. In it comes. Keeper has taken decisive action. And it's claimed by the keeper. Half an hour gone in the second half. Pelé, out to the left it goes. Now it's Mbappe. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitution from Besiktas. Number
So
20,
their fourth corner of the game.
Olise. Number 27, Serginho.
Mbappe plays it
Number
short.
14,
Del
coming on the
Piero!
field.
They're up to 5
Number
corners
9,
now.
Sane. Number 7, Nico Williams. Number
Mbappe
13,
with the short one.
Ribery.
Oh, well played, well played.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Ruben Dias. Guardiol. Azar. He's in plenty of space here. Now then, the ball's come loose. Mateus. Now Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nico Williams going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking to play him in. Rummenigge.
Besiktas really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Israel clearly now in lead preservation mode. And he's intervened well there. That has been slung wide. Well-timed, excellent interception.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
3 minutes added time. Substitutions taking place.
Platini wins the duel this time. Platini charging forward, the ball at his feet. Ruben Dias kept his eye on it, and he's there. Besiktas looking to pass their way through. Added time go. That's rather hopeful. Oh, that is rather wayward. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Israel have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it's a win that came as a result of an ideal start, Peter. A high-octane start at that. And they set the tone and never really let go. As good as it can get.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.